Started to strip the lathe. This is the rear splash guard, which you can see is bent in every plane. Nothing, just nothing is straight. This hole actually fouls, the edge of the hole fouls on the fixings here, which were loose for the guard. The fixings for the guard aren't even in the centre. It's pretty horrible. The tailstock again is equally horrible. The big issue is the fact that the slideways, they don't even look machined, they just look like they've been done with an angle grinder. There's only point contact on that, and you know, if I scrape that in, it would improve matters, but then the centre is going to be lower. That's not good at all. Getting the chuck off was not easy. It's completely dry in there, and it was not quite corroded on, but you know, it was really hard to get off. I'll have to, there's a few sharp bits there, nothing major, but don't like the look of the corrosion on the back plate. I'll have to get a clock on it and see what it's like. Can't see much in there at the moment. It looks well, pretty much the same as the mill. Looks better in terms of there's doesn't seem to be any metal debris floating around, although this, which is a heatsink, isn't bolted, is only bolted at two places at the top. We'll disconnect the mains feed and see if I can take this box off complete. I've got to pull the motor leads through, but it shouldn't be too much of a problem. I don't remember there being two leads from the motor on the mill. It seems like the same motor though. This is the lower fixing for the safety guard, but it's also the fixing, or one of the fixings, for the splash guard. Might be worth separating those two. What is very noticeable is the machine everywhere, and I mean everywhere I look, is absolutely filthy. You know, I've worked on machines that are 30 years old and they've never got this dirty. This is supposed to be a new machine. It is just filthy. This is typical of the sort of rubbish you find. It's a black dust just everywhere. Now this is just disgraceful. These are metal filings, and that's from where they've drilled those holes. For fuck's sake, all you need to do is use a hoover, just wipe it. Look at the state of that. This is supposed to be a bloody new machine. You can tell I'm pissed off. All these marks are where they've fitted it. I haven't touched that. And that's where you can see the ferrule's broken. And if I want to put that on the other side, I need to swap over the ferrule, which you can do. You take the covers off and you swap it over. That's what I did on the mill. But of course I can't do that with the ferrule that's broken. Yeah, and this is the only word to describe this is shit. It's just a gash bit of alley that they found. It's nothing square, nothing straight, just rubbish. I'm going to take the lead screw and the bottom carriage off. There's a good video on the Weiss website on how to do this. It's sprung out, it's not in line. It needs to go there, but I don't know if there's any adjustment in there. The back seems to be okay because there's no, you know, that's perfectly in line. The whole thing seems to need to come over there a bit. You can just see it just wants to come that way a bit. It's not good to have the lead screw under tension like that. Now, sort of force of habit, when I take things apart, I've marked the position so it goes back the same way, as if it's going to make any bloody difference to the shit way it's assembled in the first place. Might improve things if it's round the other way. The pin that come out is bent. Come out easily. Who knows? With the lead screw box off, I have to say, it looks bloody awful. Shit is just horrible. It doesn't look like it's a new machine, that's for sure. It looks like it's 100 years old and been buried for most of that time. The nut block isn't straight to the mounting surface. I think there's probably a bit of adjustment there. Yeah, I don't want to drain the oil, I just don't have the stomach for it at the moment because it looks black. That'll be a good day's work to take that apart and see what needs to be done. Lead screw doesn't look too bad. I haven't checked that it's straight or anything, but seems to